So the moon today is in Taurus. It just entered Taurus this morning, and Taurus is the sign of the sensual, right? It is the material and the tactile. And Taurus is grounded. This is an earth sign. So we want to tap into that groundedness, that steadiness of Taurus, because there's going to be some challenging aspects too today. So as the moon then squares Saturn, right? Saturn is duty and responsibilities. And Saturn has recently entered the progressive sign of Aquarius. So we're really going to see and feel the experience of Saturn in Aquarius as it squares Taurus. The moon in Taurus wants to be safe, right? Wants steadiness, wants security. And that square from Saturn suggests that there are some duties and responsibilities, but we have to face them in a whole new way, right? With this progressive sign of Aquarius wants more decentralized power, wants more equality. So just sort of pay attention to what kind of responsibilities are showing up for you and in what way. Now, these are both fixed signs, which can be quite stubborn, and the moon in Taurus is known for being stubborn. But that suggests that we may need to work through some resistance in order to grow stronger. And then by this evening, Eastern time, the moon is going to join Uranus, right? Which suggests to me there is a sense of liberation once the moon joins Uranus. Now, Uranus is in Taurus, again, the sign of our survival, what helps us to feel safe. And also, Taurus is associated with our self-sufficiency, right? So we're learning to be more self-sufficient in new ways, right? And we've been talking, a lot of astrologers have been talking about Uranus and Taurus for quite some time, where we have to accelerate and evolve how we engage with our possessions, our ability to earn a living, all of those things that make us feel like we are working toward our very survival, our shelter, all of these things that Taurus clings to for safety. In some ways, we have to reconceptualize all of that. And the other thing to keep in mind today is essentially the moon is triggering the Saturn-Uranus square that's building. Now that Uranus is within an orb of the square to Saturn, which is in Aquarius, right? Again, fixed signs. Now these signs, again, can really bring up some resistance, but they both symbolize the new that's being born, because Saturn is the ancient ruler of Aquarius and Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius, right? But then again, Uranus is in that sign of clinging to safety. So it's saying that we really are facing change at a real deep level in society. Now, the other thing we want to keep an eye out for today is Jupiter is squaring Eris. Now, Jupiter expands what it touches, and Eris is the goddess of discord and chaos, even mischievousness, right? She was the one who threw the golden apple into the ball with the writing on it that said, "Who's the fairest?" And then it caused all kinds of chaos and led to the Trojan War. Now, who knows how big this chaos can be, but to me, this suggests, a lot of this stuff, at least here in America, that the Senate and the House are going through with getting these bills passed quickly, it likely will probably be pretty chaotic, or there's other influences in the world that may be bringing up this chaos. So, and I particularly think it may have to do with governments, just because Jupiter is in Capricorn, in the sign of government. But it's the sign of all kinds of authority and structures. So obviously this is a very, heated time of change. Today I would say to really tap into that Taurus groundedness, right? But also be open to the change that's coming. Because whenever we have this sort of Uranian and Aquarian influences, it is actually saying that there is change that's been a long time coming. And, it's up to us to accelerate and to keep up with that change. I also wanted to let you know that sometime later today, I'll be coming out with my next podcast episode, which is an interview with Achyuta Bhava on Saturn in Aquarius. And it is an amazing interview. He is so incredibly insightful. And we have a great discussion about what this means for ourselves as a collective facing this new world with Saturn in Aquarius. So you can catch the Radiant Astrology podcast on iTunes, also anywhere you can get podcasts, or you can sign up for my free newsletter at bit.ly/radiant subscribe to get the notifications on all of the podcasts and a lot of great astrology content as well. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.